All right, watch this. Bro just woke up missing 6 whole years of memory. He opens his eyes, boom, sudden wife and a kid.
The maids call him master. He is like, wait, I am literally single.
He thinks they got the wrong guy, but his wife adores him.
But here's the thing. He has been absolutely ice cold to his family lately.
His wife, the CEO, was abroad, heard about his car crash, dropped her entire meeting and flew over 10 hours straight. Still jet-lagged, only for him to literally deny their entire marriage. Low-key heartbreaking, right? Then the doctor drops the medical results.
His brain is stuck 6 years in the past. To him, that is yesterday. Yesterday, he just confessed to his high school crush.
He thinks he just succeeded. Now a little girl walks up. She is sad Dad forgot her, but he is finally being gentle for once.
She wants a hug. He realizes she looks exactly like his crush.
He realizes his wife is Niannian, but the kid stays completely silent. What is wrong with this kid? Honestly, my heart is melting here. Then he sees her, Gu Niannian, same exact eyes from high school.
Just way colder now. And clearly a whole lot more mature.
100% her, the girl who just said yes yesterday. Well, his yesterday, because 6 years ago, none of this trauma happened.
She realizes he does not hate her yet. He still completely loves her.
The kid wonders if they are going to fight again. He is completely stunned. They really got married in this future timeline? He calls the little girl his baby. The kid is absolutely shocked. She finally feels like his actual daughter. So incredibly sweet. But why is not the kid talking? He plans to ask Niannian later. The staff are confused. Is this really their toxic, awful boss? It is almost like the normal guy from 6 years ago is back. The assistant remembers being assigned to the CEO back when she was 18. Back then, those two were insanely sweet. When they heard about the baby, our main character was absolutely thrilled.
They had the baby and officially tied the knot.
But after the wedding, he suddenly became a totally different person. Ice cold to his wife, totally ignoring their own little girl. He even chased another woman in college. But today, he is his old self. Plot twist? What if the guy from the past 5 years was fake? The CEO accepts his amnesia. She asks about the car crash investigation. Did they find anything? It is directly connected to Lin Momo. Lin Momo, the exact same girl his fake self fell for in college. 2 days pass. Niannian has not visited once. He is feeling pretty neglected. Too cruel, right? At least his kid visits after school to keep him company. But get this, he is literally hospitalized for a major car crash. His parents did not come. His sister completely ghosted him too. Even his best bros did not show up. He has been abandoned by absolutely everyone. Before, they would freak out over anything. So what do you guys think actually happened? All right, you and I are witnessing something crazy. A tiny scrape and his mom usually panics. But this? Something is seriously wrong. Our guy has way too many questions. He practically begs the doctor to just let him out. He's literally going crazy in there. But the guard says, nope, President Gu calls the shots. Ling Chen demands a phone call immediately. But wait, they claim the boss is out of town. He's not buying it. He tells them to warn Guan Niannian right to her face. Show up or I'm ignoring you forever. Classic Niannian, am I right? She's been grinding non-stop like this since high school, going to classes all day long. Working part-time shifts all night, then going home to care for a sick mom? She barely eats a thing. The girl is literally built like a piece of paper. Working herself to the absolute bone. It's low-key heartbreaking to even watch. His family isn't filthy rich, but they do pretty okay for themselves in Ling Chen City. His parents gave him and his sister the absolute best, so naturally, he shared it. He was always bringing Niannian home for dinner or sneaking her extra snacks and food. He tried every single trick in the book just to get her to eat something. Eat this cheesecake or I'm totally ignoring you. The ultimate guilt trip tactic. His mom made meatballs and he forced a whole box on Niannian to finish up. He hit her with the silent treatment threat, and honestly, it worked like a cheat code. She would always fold and eat everything. Oh, let's really hope this trick still works now.
Major plot twist. The night he crashed, Niannian literally flew back overnight to see him. She completely ditched a multi-million-dollar contract. Once she knew he was breathing, she hopped straight back on a plane. The girl literally just landed at the airport.
And now he's threatening her to come back, bro. What? That is actually wild.
She's speeding like a maniac to reach him? What if she gets into a wreck? The assistant was right there when the hospital called. He heard the insane ultimatum himself.
If Niannian didn't show up immediately, he was going to cut her off completely. And you and I both know Niannian absolutely panicked the second she heard those words.
She rushed straight to the hospital because she is completely obsessed with this guy. Him ignoring her? Yeah, that would literally destroy her. She'd be absolutely devastated.
He finally started acting like a normal human again after losing his memory. So why is he throwing a tantrum again? But wait, he actually apologizes. He honestly thought the business trip was just a massive lie to avoid seeing him. He thought she was just dodging him. An apology? I did not see that coming. The assistant is literally shell-shocked to hear something so polite coming out of his mouth. The assistant apologizes for snapping, and Ling Chen just takes the blame like a champ. Thank goodness nobody crashed. He apologizes to Assistant Yang and then directly to Niannian. He was just desperate to see her. Being stuck in that hospital was pure torture. No phone, zero contact with the outside world. He was literally losing his mind there. But wait, that snowflake scent? Only Ah Chen used that 16 years ago. Plot twist! She apologizes for not being thoughtful, but the assistant knows the actual truth here. Niannian was so worried he'd be bored, she set up his entire hospital room perfectly. Bought him every premium streaming app and even hired a caretaker to keep him company. The missing phone was no accident. She just didn't want him contacting Lin Momo again. He brushes it off immediately. Why on earth is she the one apologizing right now? He admits he shouldn't have bothered her at work, but being without a phone? He couldn't even text her. And honestly, every single word he says hits right here. All right, you and I got to admit, he completely prioritizes Niannian. No wonder she adores Chen. Seriously? A guy this cheerful from 6 years ago, totally obsessed with her? Nobody could resist that. She wonders, does Chen want a phone to chat with me? Or is he trying to text Momo? He just begs, Niannian, can I be discharged?
He complains it is super boring here. Could you really let your handsome husband
die of boredom here? He claims folks praised his look since he was little.
Relatives and classmates hyped his face non-stop. He had absolute confidence chasing Niannian back then.
He teases, Gu Niannian, I am incredibly handsome. Are you seriously not tempted at all? You are gorgeous, and I am stunning. We are literally a match made in heaven. Niannian realizes it has been so long since Chen actually initiated any physical contact. She tells him gently, Chen, you know I will agree to literally anything you want. I just cannot say no to you. Let Yang Zhu prepare the hospital discharge papers.
Niannian, you are the absolute best.
Then Chen instantly freezes up. This is exactly like his old regression self. Back then, whenever he got super close, Niannian would freeze up completely, building a massive mental firewall just to keep him out. But his relentless efforts paid off. Niannian finally dropped those massive walls around her heart. She accepted him and eventually stopped flinching whenever he tried to touch her. Plot progression. Seriously, Ling Chen, what exactly did you do during these missing years? It is tragic. You pushed her right back to square one. This past version of Chen was wild. No wonder Niannian fell so hard. Now why aren't they leaving already? Yes, President Gu, I will handle the discharge paperwork right away. Okay, Miss Gu. Wait, he casually asks, are you running some shady business to afford something this wildly expensive? Watching TV in the hospital taught him about the 2026 market. Look closely here. He is not totally clueless. He guesses this luxury car costs at least several million. The assistant defends her. Miss Gu is an honest CEO, and everything is completely legal. He softly asks, you worked incredibly hard, right? Building this massive empire from absolute nothing. You definitely suffered out there. Was it super tough? Niannian smiles. I hustled so hard back then just so Chen could chase his dreams. Honestly, as long as Chen is happy, I do not feel exhausted at all. Arriving home, he drops his jaw. Niannian, buying this massive mansion must have drained you.
Seriously, how many years did you have to grind to afford a place like this?
Now watch this plot twist. The assistant reveals Niannian is actually the Gu family missing heiress.
Grandpa Gu bought this massive estate for our female lead when she was just a kid.
They later turned it into their marital home, the absolute top family in Jim City.
Chen remembers seeing the Gu family on television. They are a century-old super powerful clan.
#1 in the city. The Gu Group is absolutely thriving under the new boss. Business hit a whole new peak, and this OP new boss is literally just Niannian. That is insane! Niannian, you are built different. She agrees.
This long-lost heiress has skills off the charts, total CEO energy.
She doubled profits incredibly fast, temporarily making it the top enterprise in the entire country. Are you not coming home? The company needs her right now. Why did Miss Gu reply so briefly? She is acting super cold.
The assistant clarifies. Miss Gu just returned from securing a massive business deal overseas.
She needs to plan the next phase at the office. He tells them to drive safe.
He tells Miss Gu to remember to buy him a new phone. But here's what we're all wondering. Did he actually try eloping with Momo?
So the investigation showed that on the night of the accident,
he was running away with Momo. The speeding driver caused a total wreck. But the dude has amnesia. What can we ask? Honestly, with his memory completely wiped, I low-key don't know whether to celebrate this car crash. At least their incredibly toxic marriage finally has a chance to heal. But who knows how deep Niannian is going to get dragged back in? Is she going to fall for him again? Anyway, the husband finally returns home. Uncle Lee says he thought he left forever. Our guy replies, "Who are you? You don't recognize me?" He admits he lost his memory in the crash. He only remembers 6 years ago. Niannian literally kept his amnesia a secret. The staff had absolutely zero idea. Uncle E drops the bomb about him eloping? And crashing the car, he's totally stunned. Eloped with Momo? Who even is Momo? 3 days ago, he literally packed his bags. Uncle He couldn't stop him, and honestly, he was too scared to try. He complained this house felt like a suffocating prison and went to find Momo. Told everyone to back off. Bro really wiped his own toxic era entirely. The butler was assigned by the grandpa 4 years ago when they moved in. Over those 4 years, our guy became a literal monster towards his own wife, bossing her around daily. The second he saw her, he would just yell. He didn't even care about his newborn daughter. Uncle He asks if he is okay. Headache kicking in? Uncle He instantly apologizes for talking way too much. He says he is fine and thanks Uncle He. The butler is absolutely stunned. After 4 years of abuse, he actually just said thanks. Niannian treats the staff well. And get this, he used to be great. Friendly and respectful. Then, overnight, his entire personality completely flipped to pure evil. Honestly giving off split personality vibes, Uncle Hare asks if he ever considered turning back into that villain once his memory returns. Was he literally possessed? The MC is horrified. That trash guy couldn't be him. He loves Niannian. How could he ever cheat, let alone completely ignore his own adorable kid? Even if his memories come back, he swears he will never be toxic. Whatever, no point stressing now. It is time to heavily pamper Niannian and Xiaoyu. He tells Uncle Het not to worry, it is getting late. Uncle He goes to check on dinner and tells him to rest up first. His wife and kids should be home soon. Then, a package gets delivered. He says, thanks again. Uncle He is totally shocked and excuses himself. Uncle He is losing his mind. A thank you from him? A literal miracle. Before, this dude would nitpick everything to death. Now he is suddenly super polite? Absolute ghost behavior. Inside are all the newest models. Niannian definitely bought them, but this contact nickname is insanely cringe. Back when he chased her, he only used cute pet names as a joke. He swears to stop anything that hurts her. He doesn't recognize this package. Probably just a coworker or something. Wait, Niannian already requested leave for him. We can all agree she is incredibly sweet. His smashed phone is still at the hospital.
All right, you and I can clearly see it. He's actively trying to block him from Momo.
That explains the missing phone. Honestly, plot twist. Anyone would do the exact same thing here. Where's his dad, mom, sister, and Xiaoyu? Ain't no way he's literally all alone right now.
Uncle He drops a massive bomb. He cut ties with his family and actually blocked everyone.
Nah, that's insane. Was our MC literally brain dead for 4 years just to date Momo? His parents and his older sister tried absolutely everything to stop this walking disaster.
Even his childhood bestie tried talking sense into him, but bro was literally under a spell.
He thought everyone was ruining his romance, so he just folded his entire family bloodline.
His sister straight up blocked him, not a single text back. Low-key heartbreaking.
And Tong Xiaojie, his best bro, completely deleted his contact. He actually remembers the number, but boom, the line is totally dead. This is wild. Our guy is panicking now. He begs Uncle He to borrow his phone for a second. Someone picks up the line, but when nobody answers, they threaten to just hang up.
They think it's a prank call, but our MC quickly shouts that it's Ling Chen. He tries to explain.
Xiaojie completely snaps. He asks what he wants, and our boy is shocked by his attitude.
Xiaojie goes absolutely off, reminding him he threw their entire friendship away for Lin Momo.
So why should he care? He even asks if our MC finally got dumped. MC drops the amnesia car crash reveal, but Xiaojie just says it's not his problem. Ling Chen confesses he only remembers everything up until their high school graduation. Crazy twist.
Uncle He had explained the last 4 years, but 2 whole years are still completely blank.
His parents are ignoring him, and his sister's block is going strong. We're in for a ride.
All right, listen, only her call worked. Miss Two, I need you. Wait, he lost 6 years of memory? That is actually insane. They have to meet up. Our main character needs answers immediately.
Like, what actually happened? How did he become such a terrible guy?
She suggests a tea house after work, but bro says no shot.
His wife and kid are coming back. He needs to see them.
She thinks he's joking. Does he really have amnesia?
Because usually, this dude never waits at home for his family. She literally rolls her eyes. Fine, they will just meet tomorrow. He agrees to tomorrow. Oh, and asks her to accept his request.
Meanwhile, he gets home. The kid thinks dad is acting super gentle.
Low-key heartbreaking. The poor kid is thrilled over a carried backpack. He is so hyped. Then he notices his wife looking weird.
The maid assumes she is just jealous over him saying the word baby.
Dinner is served, and get this, it is all of his favorites. He offers the kid crab. Bro, the kid is allergic.
He completely panics. He legitimately had no clue about the allergy.
He realizes he knows absolutely nothing about his own son. Why is seafood there?
Because past him selfishly demanded it.
He demanded it every meal, completely ignoring her warnings.
Past him didn't care. He even threatened Uncle Hay over seafood. Fire him?
Baby, I am so sorry.
All right, you and I are watching real redemption. He tells the kid, Daddy messed up.
This will never happen again. Honestly, he is saying all this on purpose.
Just to gauge her reaction. And bro, his face shows absolutely zero malice.
Nothing but pure guilt for little Xiaoyu. The kid is completely fine. He will never blame his dad. He swears to Niannian he will do better.
They eat, but the current Niannian? Zero trust. Her guard is maxed out.
Thicker than their high school firewall. But he is determined to win her back. It is past 8 p.m. and Niannian is still grinding on overtime.
He knocks. Can I come in? I actually warmed some milk for you.
Drink it while it is hot. But she snaps, what did you spike this with? You knew I secured the project, so you brought me poisoned milk?
Hoping I will pass out so you can steal my business secrets from the study?
And hand them straight to Lin Momo? Nah, he did not add anything.
It is literally just milk. He just thought she was working way too hard.
She lets him in. Wow, this study is twice his dad's size. Huge!
He tells Niannian he has no clue about spiking any milk before.
Whenever that happened, he missed it. But she should know the real truth. His high school self was never like that, hurting her and Xiaoyu. He will never do it again. He wants a good life together.
Sound good, baby?
She freezes. Wait, what did you just call me?
Baby.
Do you not like it?
She just scoffs at him.
He teases her. I called Xiaoyu baby earlier. Did you think I meant you?
She immediately denies it. He knew she would, saying no out loud.
But low-key thrilled inside. He backs off saying, fine, have it your way.
He cannot help but spoil her. Both she and Xiaoyu are his babies.
Do you understand that, Niannian?
Now watch this plot twist. He finally knows why his car crashed. With Niannian's current OP skills, finding the crash cause is easy, yet she stays silent. If they do not clear the air, this whole mess stays a massive thorn. Piercing both their hearts, it will become an absolute chasm they cannot cross.
She asks if he is just here to mock her, feeling like a total fool.
He gives her one smile and she pathetically comes running right back. No, Niannian, he promises he absolutely never fell for anyone else.
He literally has no idea why his past self suddenly obsessed over another woman.
He does not know how to explain it. The whole situation is just completely absurd.
He loved Niannian for 5 years, then magically switched up? Makes zero sense.
From start to finish, she was the only one. The weirdness of recent years? He is going to investigate it all.
Ling Chen, can I really trust you? He looks Niannian in the eyes.
Do not trust the 24-year-old me. But the 18-year-old me never lies. Get it? He just woke up one day and everything was an absolute disaster.
And she still treats him so cold. He feels so incredibly wronged. Oh, man.
He admits his mistakes. It is super late now, so he tells Niannian, go get some rest. You are the Goff family's eldest lady right now. Do not work this hard, but honestly, she just wants him to be happy.
You and I are witnessing pure redemption. He's working this hard just for her.
He tells Niannian she's already amazing and doesn't need to work this hard. He says she'll burn out, playfully claiming he is honestly just praising her right now. He asks Niannian for alone time with their kid, promising he won't be awful like the past years. He just wants a private chat with Xiaoyu. He admits he was totally out of line before. What is the kid reading? Bro, A Brief History of Time? Books I wouldn't even touch at 18. 4-year-old Xiaoyu is casually reading right now like it's absolutely nothing. Niannian's genes are totally OP. Back in high school, she was ranked #1 for 3 years straight. She swept up every single award and got early admission to the top academy. She is literally built different. He praises his son and gently asks the kid to come over for a hug. But the kid is terrified of him. Low-key heartbreaking, honestly. In the past, he was freezing cold to Xiaoyu whenever he ran off to see that homewrecker Lin Momo. He would just leave Xiaoyu all alone in the nursery, completely ignoring the poor kid's gut-wrenching sobbing. He even shoved the poor kid physically. Now our guy finally admits all his horrible mistakes. He tells the boy he was a terrible dad before, but promises it will never happen again. He sincerely apologizes to his son. This redemption arc is hitting so hard. He actually hugs the boy. This is literally the first time he has ever hugged him. The kid is stunned by his dad's embrace. The dad gently asks what is wrong. He wonders if he held him too tight, realizing his past abuse really messed Xiaoyu up. He knows the awful things he said made his son think this way. He tells Xiaoyu that he is their most precious treasure. How could he ever hate him? He gently asks the kid to open up. He asks what mean things he used to say. The kid remembers all the terrible, hurtful words from before. The boy hesitates, scared his dad will get mad. The dad tells him to just write down his thoughts. He promises he won't lose his temper. But get this, the boy writes that dad once said he shouldn't exist. He wrote that he ruined his dad's other relationship and that his dad hated him for being completely mute. He hated that he couldn't speak. The dad gently stops him right there. He admits everything is his fault, crying that he was the absolute worst father. He tells the boy that back in high school he actually dreamed about this. He dreamed of having a baby with Niannian and was so hyped for his arrival. He says Xiaoyu is their one and only precious treasure, literally the absolute greatest gift the heavens could ever possibly give him. The kid thinks about how unbelievably warm this hug is. Then the dad asks him for one tiny favor. He begs his son to forget every single cruel word he ever said in the past. Just remember one thing. Xiaoyu is the baby his dad loves the most in this world. Such a good kid. It's getting late, so he gently tells the boy to go get some sleep. He genuinely hopes that after hearing all this, little Xiaoyu can slowly open his heart, stop being terrified, and finally accept him again.
Niannian asks why he isn't sleeping yet, wondering if her little guy had a fun day today.
She asks why he looks so thrilled. He happily signs that his dad was actually super nice to him today.
He gave him food, wiped his mouth, and actually hugged him while calling him baby. He even said that Xiaoyu was a literal gift from heaven and the child he absolutely loves the most. It's the first time he's ever seen his dad this gentle. Niannian asks if he liked his dad today.
Xiaoyu might be completely mute, but stick with me. This kid is incredibly smart.
Just like his mom, he's terrified that this sweet version of Ah Chen is just a temporary glitch.
Scared he will abandon them all over again, she gently comforts him.
She promises she will find a way to make sure this good dad never leaves them again.
He waits for his wife. Look at him wondering why his past self hoarded these awful chat screenshots.
Wait, our boy was basically doing all of the talking here.
He sent dozens of texts just to get 2 impatient replies back? Wild. Whenever she reached out, she was just using him for his wife's work secrets. He cannot believe he used to simp for this arrogant trash. She is nowhere near as pretty or as bad as his actual wife. Her background is worse too. What on earth did he even see in her? He ignores her for 2 days in the hospital, and she finally asks where he went.
She texts asking what his problem is since they planned to elope 3 days ago.
She claims she waited at the airport for him all day long.
Whining about standing in the cold and crying that he ignored all her recent phone calls. She is furious he ghosted her like this. She threatens to block him. Honestly, you and I can agree her arrogant tone makes him want to throw up. He snaps back that he wouldn't date her if the Earth exploded, so do not even bother blocking him.
He deletes her contact right away. Boom.
So refreshing. She is stunned he actually deleted her. Good, very good. She is absolutely fuming over this. She tells him not to regret it. His entire photo album is just screenshots of her. Like, is there literally nothing else?
He finds something work-related. Did his future self meet a new colleague recently?
He keeps it just in case. But man, where is his beautiful wife, Niannian? Look at this garbage contact name. His 18-year-old brain cannot comprehend this cringe. He demands whatever spirit took his body to get out right now.
If that guy used his body to hurt his family, he is hiring an exorcist to obliterate his soul entirely.
Nian walks in and he asks why she is not sleeping in their bedroom. Turns out they have been sleeping in separate rooms for ages.
They are literally married. He refuses to accept this separate room nonsense. She asks why he came. To sleep next to her, obviously. She thinks about how distant they have been lately. He insists that as a married couple, sharing a bed is basically the law.
She gets super shy, but he just tells her she smells amazing.
Wrapped up in her scent, he feels like the absolute luckiest guy alive. He hates the master bedroom, though. Says it has this weird, unexplainable stench. Knowing his older self spent 4 years in there obsessing over another woman, it makes his skin crawl. She asks what he just muttered there. He suggests completely remodeling the bedroom. They will sell whatever they can. Whatever they cannot sell gets thrown out. He hates every single piece. Once it is clean, they move back in. She happily agrees to the plan. It is super late. He tells her to sleep while he hits the shower first. Just pure happiness.
Good night, Nian. Sleeps until 9:30.
Going from crazy high school exams to waking up naturally as a rich married man? You and I both know that is a massive upgrade. Pure bliss. She heads out to the company, leaving the bedroom remodeling to their assistant. She tells him to call if needed. He happily replies, "Got it." Meanwhile, at work, her team just messed up a massive project completely. The boss stays dead silent. This poor employee is definitely sweating about getting fired. All right, you and I are jumping right in. He's panicking. Kids plus a huge 32.
Your mortgage to pay.
But wait, did she just agree? Her husband, Chang, texted, "Love you, wife." And bro, the Ice Queen is melting. Crisis averted. The CEO is actually smiling. They are so incredibly saved right now. The lead designer literally jumped ship, so do they need to hire a replacement? She casually tells him to handle it himself, asks if there are any other problems. He stutters out a quick, no problems at all.
Understood, Boss Gu. He's shocked. Usually when projects mess up, she never lets them off this easy.
Normally, she'd absolutely rage that they can't handle basic things without massive mistakes. She'd yell that she pays high salaries to solve problems, not create them, calling them a pure waste of resources for failing at such basic, simple stuff. Screaming if they even deserve their paychecks, she warns them about one tiny mistake. Then they're fired! For 4 whole years, the CEO has been completely unhinged. Losing her temper daily, her mood swings are totally wild. But today, she's super chill. Her phone notification clearly showed a text from Chang. He peeked and saw "love you." No wonder her mood completely flipped. No matter how toxic things got, her husband's place in her heart remained safe.
It literally never changed. But wait, where is Xiaoyu?
Our MC finally wakes up. The butler tells him the missus ordered breakfast. They made his favorite pork porridge. Uncle He goes to grab it for him.
He asks Uncle He about Xiaoyu. Where is his daughter?
The little miss goes to the psychiatrist every single Saturday for counseling sessions.
A psychiatrist? The butler nods. Yes, sir.
She wasn't born mute. Around 1 year old, she actually started speaking perfectly fine. Her very first word was Papa. Her second word was Mama.
But then, what happened? Our MC low-key already knows the dark, twisted answer.
Now here's where you and I learn the heartbreaking truth. Security footage caught him.
His trash past self locked the little girl alone in the dark storage room. He just walked away. That was the first time Boss Gu absolutely lost it. And then what? What did his horrible past self even say? He threatened her with divorce. He swore he'd keep abusing Xiaoyu if she refused. Boss Gu looked completely shattered. It's been 2 whole years since that nightmare.
The butler remembers it perfectly. Boss Gun loved this man way too much.
She loved Xiaoyu too. She was terrified to lose him or her little girl. So she compromised, secretly begging the servants to keep a close eye on Xiaoyu.
But as servants, they couldn't exactly stop him when he kept mistreating the kid.
He even warned them not to tell Boss Gu. They were completely helpless bystanders.
The butler asks if he's okay. Should he call the family doctor over?
Our MC is stunned. Was the original owner possessed? What was his literal problem? Why act so cruel to the people who genuinely loved him? He shakes it off. Thanks, Uncle He, but please explain something else. What's the exact deal with this psychiatrist? At first, Boss Gu tried her best. She found multiple private doctors for the little miss, but absolutely nothing worked. Until this random guy, Ni Chengze, showed up out of nowhere asking for the job. This guy isn't just tutoring the little miss, he's mentoring rich kids too. He claims group play mornings and solo afternoon tutoring gives way better results. When Miss Gu dropped her off last time, she actually checked the clinic out. If he's curious, he should definitely take a look. But first, finding Xiaojie. No more delaying the truth. What actually happened over those 6 missing years? Our main character spots Xiaoji instantly. These two have been friends since childhood. Same class from kindergarten to high school. They honestly shared absolutely everything. Literal best bros for life. And our boy is looking totally clean today. A complete 180 from his flashy, weird style the last few years. Dressing like an 18-year-old? Is the old Ling Chen actually back?
Xiaoji admits he looks good, but instantly reminds him they aren't friends anymore.
Ling Chen panics, swearing on his life he actually lost his memory.
If he's lying, let lightning strike him. He only remembers their past right now.
Remembering their post-exam food run, Xiaojie finally sighs. He will give him a pass. Temporary forgiveness acquired. So why did these two even fall out anyway?
They literally grew up together. How could they possibly just cut ties?
Turns out it's all because of Momo and some guy named Siming. Wait, could that be the Su Ximing saved in his phone contacts? Flashback time. 6 years ago, post-exams, he actually dated Gu Niannian. They got their acceptance letters. Niannian literally scored first place in the whole exam. The media went completely crazy. The wealthy Gu family saw her on the news. Plot twist, she was their long-lost granddaughter. They brought her straight home. Late that summer, the class president threw a massive high school reunion party.
Stick with me here. Our guy got totally wasted and accidentally made a baby.
Yup, Niannian got pregnant. They didn't even realize until a month into college. They totally panicked. Clueless on what to do, they confessed to their families. The Gu family was surprisingly chill, but his older sister beat him absolutely senseless. Since both wanted the kid, the families agreed they'd take a 1-year gap. They moved into a marital home and had little Xiaoyu. They got legally married, saving the big wedding for graduation. But then, he completely flipped. He fell for Momo, who was literally Niannian's college classmate. That's also exactly when he met Su Simming, a design major. Xiaojie warned him constantly to stay far, far away from Momo. But he refused to listen, claiming his bro was just blocking his true love. They drifted further apart until our main character actively cut his best friend off. Zero contact since. Our guy is horrified. Was he really that massive of an idiot? Xiaojie and Niannian honestly thought he just had some weird post-marriage depression. His whole personality shifted. At first, they just patiently let his tantrum slide. But then he got completely unhinged, literally acting like an absolute psychopath. You are not ready for this. He actually drugged Niannian's milk with sleeping pills. While she was knocked out, he snuck in and ripped all her computer files. Handing them straight to Momo, he cost the gun group hundreds of millions. Niannian somehow forgave him out of pure love, but Xiaojie was absolutely done. No wonder Niannian looked completely terrified when he brought her milk last night. We can see why she has trauma. Realizing his past mistakes, he instantly apologizes. All right, you and I are watching our boy realize he is totally different now. No apologies needed. All right, so you and I are jumping right into this. His best bro is hyped, saying, I knew we were still tight. But his buddy demands payback. He says, bro, you ignored me for years. You gotta compensate me for all that drama. Our boy just laughs it off. He tells him to name his price, or maybe they can just hit the mall sometime. But he adds a quick warning, do not rob me blind, man. He literally claims he is broke. His friend is like, nah, ain't no way you forgot your wife is insanely loaded. She is the main heir to the Gu family fortune, and right now she is the literal CEO. How can you even cry about being broke? RMC just shrugs. Hey, I literally have amnesia right now. I have absolutely zero clue if I am rich. Let me go back and talk to Niannian about it first, all right? His buddy refuses to let it slide. He reminds him, hey, back in the day, you and Niannian getting together? That was half my doing. Spending a little bit of your money is completely fair, right?
Yeah, sure, but then he asks a serious question.
He asks his bro if he knows what is going on with his parents and sister. He literally cannot get a hold of them. His friend sighs, saying his parents were furious, like he and his wife had already signed the marriage papers.
They were legally married, but then our MC suddenly claimed he loved someone else and demanded an immediate divorce. When Niannian refused to sign, this guy actually ran straight home to complain to his parents about it. They thought it was just a normal couples fight, but then they found out he was the one being an absolute menace. So his parents started treating his wife and kid twice as well. But when our MC saw that happening, he started verbally trashing his own family. After that, he just completely cut contact with them. Wild, right? He has not been home to see them in years. Our MC is in pure shock. I actually did something that messed up? He asks his buddy, bro, was I literally possessed by a ghost? His friend is like, well, after your personality suddenly flipped? Niannian dragged him to every major hospital in the city, but every single doctor said he was completely fine. They were basically one step away from hiring an exorcist. Hearing this, our boy decides he has to visit his parents immediately. His bro tells him not to go far. Back when he went to college here and his wife got pregnant, his parents actually transferred their jobs to this exact city. They wanted to be close by so they could easily take care of everyone. Our MC is low-key heartbreaking here, wondering if they can ever forgive him. His bro says, you gotta go find out. He tells him to relax. He has actually been checking in on his parents over the last few years. And every single time they ask for updates about him, you can totally tell they still miss their son. Thanks, bro.
Who is it? That voice from inside feels both familiar and totally foreign.
It is not as booming as he remembers. It carries the heavy weight of all those lost years.
Dad, it is me! His dad instantly calls out, honey, hurry out here. Our son is finally back. His mom is completely stunned. She points out he has not come to see them in 3 whole years. Why on earth would he suddenly show up now?
She demands to know why he came back. She fiercely tells him their family does not have such a heartless son.
But here's the thing, you and I know the twist. He tells them he got into a massive car crash.
His mom immediately panics. Did he go to the hospital? What did the doctor say? Are there any long-term effects? He tells his mom he is fine. He just has amnesia. Right now, he only remembers everything up until he was 18, right before high school graduation. He looks right at them and apologizes. He admits he did so many terrible things.
He knows he broke their hearts. His mom cries, asking what if he never lost his memory.
Would he really be so cruel? Would he just ignore them for the rest of his entire life?
He knows the truth. Without amnesia, that hostile soul who stole his body would still be in charge. That fake guy would have kept doing pure evil, but obviously he cannot say that out loud here. He has to say something sweet to comfort his mom. He quickly tells her, how is that even possible? You guys are the most important people to me. So what do you and I learn here? 6 years is way too long. All right, you and I are diving into this. Our MC promises to stick by his parents.
Dad quickly tells Mom to text his sister, Meow Meow, to get home right away. Because our guy returning is massive. Mom gets right on it.
He casually asks what his mom is cooking up for lunch.
He is heavily craving her famous chicken stew. She happily heads to the kitchen. When their dad first dropped the news, his sister literally did not believe it.
But ain't no way he is actually here, though mentally he still thinks he's 20. He is 26 now. He calls his sister dumb, and she instantly fires right back.
Bro has amnesia and only remembers 6 years ago. She roasts him ruthlessly.
Classic sibling dynamic. He notes his sister is still as savage as ever. He completely snitches to Mom, who quickly tells them both to chill out. Or else she is throwing hands. He complains Mom always spoils her.
The sister warns he might act up again.
He sings Mom's praises. Dad steps in, still shocked he is actually back home. Our MC teases his dad about missing him, but Dad completely denies it.
Then they bring up Niannian, reminding him how hard he chased her. He was literally following her everywhere like a puppy since their freshman year.
They warn him not to fumble this, but our guy is completely confused.
He claims they weren't dating then. Dad reminds him he begged her relentlessly.
Just to get her over for dinner, he admits it took a whole semester.
He had to beg all of next semester before she finally said yes.
Back then, Niannian had it rough. She was only raised by her grandmother. Her struggles were low-key heartbreaking. She always had her guard up. Coming over for dinner was a massive deal. It took serious courage from her. She really trusted him. Mom claims she knew they were meant to be.
Our MC is totally stunned. Wait, did she actually like him back then too?
Dad explains Niannian treats them amazing, back when they lived in Lin City.
They were comfortable, but buying property up in the massive capital city? Completely impossible. Every single inch of land there costs an absolute fortune.
But get this, Niannian literally bought them this current house to live in.
While he was totally MIA for years, Niannian was the one checking in.
Always bringing gifts and treating them exactly like her own real parents.
She is absolutely obsessed with him. They warn him not to mess this up.
Even when things got bad, she defended him. She promised to stay forever.
She loves him insanely much. She never gave up on him, not even once.
Now here is where you and I need to pay attention. Originally, Mom hated the idea.
She was totally against it because the girl's family was insanely broke.
With an older grandma to support, but plot twist right after high school.
Niannian was revealed as the eldest heiress of the super wealthy Gu family.
Mom was terrified she would dump him once she got that rich girl status.
Niannian is literally top tier. Our MC completely agrees with that. He really loves her, promising to treat her right from now on.
Suddenly, Niannian walks right in. She heard him confessing his feelings out loud. It has been 4 whole years since she heard that. Did she just hear everything? Mom absolutely freaks out. She wishes she knew earlier so she could cook Niannian's favorites.
All right, so Niannian stops by the office this morning, then swings by her in-laws' place for lunch.
And obviously, her mother-in-law instantly scolds her for bringing way too many gifts again. They haven't even finished the tea from her last visit. Next time, she's supposedly locked out.
Niannian just smiles and agrees, even though they all know it's a total lie. Because she's definitely going to keep bringing them stuff. The parents just have to accept it.
Our boy tells them it's just the thought that counts. Then he pivots completely.
He starts hyping up his mom's cooking like crazy. The chicken stew, the spicy chicken. The braised meatballs are apparently god tier, and he's practically begging Niannian to try them.
His mom points out his wife has eaten here 1,000,000 times. But wait, our guy literally forgot.
He piles so much food into Niannian's bowl, she tells him to stop and eat his own food.
He calls her the absolute best. Meanwhile, his family is literally choking on all this public affection.
Plot twist, guys, his amnesia is super real. He's acting exactly like he did back in high school.
Just absolutely simping over her. Honestly, it's kind of hilarious to watch him regress like this.
He casually hands over another gift, passing it straight to his mom with a goofy smile.
Then he asks his sister what she actually does for a living. He guesses she's a teacher. A designer? A lawyer? Nah, he's totally wrong. And she calls him just as clueless as ever.
Turns out she runs a restaurant now. He tries to defend his old high school slacker days.
He claims he actually studied hard when it really mattered, especially since the top-ranked genius Niannian tutored him personally.
Which basically helped him get into an elite university for design, which was low-key his absolute dream major.
But here is the crazy part. Because of his memory loss, he has zero clue what his job is. He realizes he's 24 now, graduated a year ago, so he definitely has to be employed somewhere. He figures he'll just ask Niannian tonight. Then he immediately asks his sister for free restaurant food.
She tells him he's always welcome to drop by. All right, so Niannian finally has to head out. She needs to pick up their kid, Xiaoyu, from the doctor.
Everyone knows Xiaoyu struggles with some psychological issues. As a baby, she was just insanely adorable and totally perfect. Such a sweet, well-behaved little girl, but the low-key heartbreaking part, she currently cannot even speak at all.
It's honestly devastating. Our boy decides he's going with her. The family agrees and tells him to stay safe.
They remind Niannian to bring little Xiaoyu over next time because they all really miss seeing her.
Niannian promises to bring her next time. But wait, his sister hands him something.
It's a gift for his daughter, but he roasts his sister, asking if she thinks the kid is like her.
Obsessed with Barbie dolls, the parents chime in, telling her not to ruin their precious granddaughter's whole vibe.
Apparently, little Xiaoyu reads A Brief History of Time at night.
Bro, what? That's actually crazy for a kid. This kid has absolute genius energy. The sister jokes it makes sense considering the incredibly smart woman he married.
She claims Niannian literally dragged their entire family's average IQ up single-handedly. Our boy starts backpedaling super hard.
Their mom immediately gets defensive. She dares Meow Meow to repeat that low IQ comment one more time. He totally calls his sister out for calling him stupid when she clearly lacks a brain filter herself.
They wave them off safely.
Cut to Xiaoyu at the clinic. She finishes drawing a castle and wants to color it.
The doctor is totally on board with this. He encourages little Xiaoyu to pick her own colors out.
He asks what she drew. It's supposed to be clouds, but strangely, they're colored completely black.
She clearly struggles to speak. The doctor gently points right next to the black.
He suggests adding a color she actually likes to the drawing. Maybe some bright blue to lift the mood.
Something to represent a little hidden wish inside her heart. Then he asks who the people in the drawing are.
He takes a quick guess. The tiny figure in the middle must be her.
All right, stick with me here. The doctor looks straight at the mom, assuming this guy isn't the real dad.
He basically thinks the dad is the reason the poor kid can't even speak. Talk about brutal. But the little girl totally defends him. Then he asks Niannian if the treatment is actually working. Our MC wonders why Xiaoyu looks a bit down, even though she is way more cheerful now. Still, nothing beats how ridiculously happy she has been these past 2 days. It is her dad. The doctor is low-key stunned. 2 whole years of therapy and he has never seen her. Act this incredibly close to anyone? How did they bond so fast? He looks at the dad, pointing out it is his literal first time seeing him pick her up.
Bro is basically accusing our MC of being a complete deadbeat dad for the last 2 years.
And our guy immediately senses the hostility. The tension in this room is actually wild right now. He calmly thanks him for taking care of Xiaoyu.
The doctor replies that it is just his job. Just doing his duty as her psychologist. They exchange some super stiff, polite words, but it is tense.
Now, you and I know where this is going. This doctor has chased Niannian for 3 years.
Obviously, our sharp MC realizes this guy is totally into Niannian too. The rivalry is on. They smoothly excuse themselves from the clinic. He turns and tells the baby to look. It is a brand new gift from her aunt. He asks if she likes it, and she absolutely does.
She loves her dad and her aunt, but right after leaving that psychology center,
Ling Chen is looking completely moody and quiet. I really wonder why.
The kid suddenly smiles and says she is super happy today because it is the very first time Dad picked her up. He openly admits he was terrible before. He completely ignored her back then, but right here, he makes a serious promise. He swears he will protect her from now on. Then he notices it is already 8:30. Time to head back to the room and sleep, but she instantly pouts. If she sleeps, she cannot see him anymore. This kid literally refuses to separate from her dad. He gently asks little Xiaoyu to rest with Mom and Dad tonight. The kid is hesitant. Sleep with Mom and Dad? Of course he can. Chen reminds Xiaoyu he is their absolute treasure, hoping he grows up brave. He tells the kid to always speak his mind, then takes him to wash up. Niannian? He just randomly wanted to call out her name. Back in high school, he used to do this exact same cute thing. Just repeatedly chanting Gu Niannian over and over. Calling her a good girl, hyping her up, saying she is absolutely amazing. Bro, Gu Niannian has literally been by his side since freshman year. He asks if she liked him back then. She totally says yes. Plot twist, guys. She admits she fell for him a long time ago. Our guy smugly flexes his insanely handsome face. With his perfect personality, how could she not catch major feelings for him? Even though back then she played it super cool and totally unbothered. But it makes sense. Her life was really rough back then, honestly. She suddenly excuses herself to go take a quick shower. Then she asks if he was upset while picking up Xiaoyu today. He plays it cool, saying he is totally fine now. He admits the male doctor's weird attitude made him think the guy liked her. She shuts that down instantly, apologizing to him. He is just Xiaoyu's therapist, zero romantic thoughts whatsoever. He gets it. He is completely fine now. He thinks Niannian is just too dazzling, so admirers are completely normal. Even in high school, everyone liked her. He cannot be jealous every single day. But from now on, he promises to communicate any bad feelings directly. They are a married couple, zero room for dumb misunderstandings. He calls her wifey, getting flirty before hitting the shower himself. Oh, he almost forgot. He promised the baby would sleep with them tonight. He plans to grab the kid after. Last night, he really wanted to ask what his actual job was again, but he fell asleep and completely forgot. The next day, she reminds him his leave is over. Time to clock in. A major VIP client is coming, and these are their strict design demands. He needs to review it. Wait, he actually does design work? Hold up. You and I know Jingwei. He knew that place since childhood. It is literally the most famous design agency. His absolute ultimate goal. How did a basic undergrad like him score this epic job? He thinks the guy who hijacked his body actually had some decent conscience. Securing him this job. Uncle He walks in, wondering why he is so happy. He admits he cannot believe he is working at his childhood dream company. He is hyped, but Uncle He drops a major truth bomb. When Xiaoyu was born and they started college, his entire personality completely flipped. He stubbornly wanted to switch majors just to chase after that green tea, Momo. His OP wife literally forced him to stay in design by threatening to cut his money. He stayed for the money. Praised that hijacker way too early. All right, you and I are watching a crazy redemption arc. The old him literally did zero work. Did Niannian already figure out he changed? That explains why she tried so hard to stop his past behavior. Miss Gu used to give Ling Chen literally everything he asked for. But she finally snapped for the very first time when this guy refused to work in design after graduating. Turns out the boss of his company was actually Niannian's friend, which is the only reason he even got hired. Ain't no way. He was basically a Nepo baby walking right through the back door. Niannian was seriously way too good to him. The maid spots him. Wait, sir, what are you doing heading into the kitchen? He says he is planning to cook Niannian a loving homemade lunch to properly thank her for all her support these past few years. The maid is totally stunned. Sir, do you even know how to cook? He admits he absolutely does not.
But whatever, he is learning on the fly. He tells the maid to find someone to teach him how to make sweet and sour pork ribs. That is Niannian's absolute favorite flavor. Later, he arrives at her company and is blown away by how massive it is.
It is actually his very first time visiting the place. The receptionist greets him politely, asking how she can help.
Do you need any assistance today? He just casually drops that he is looking for Gu Niannian.
The staff instantly recognize him. Isn't that the guy from the photo pinned to the bulletin board the day she became CEO? Yep, the man in that exact photo. Back then, the company even added a crazy new rule just for him.
Everyone must treat him exactly like they treat the CEO. They are totally freaking out seeing the legend in person.
You are the CEO's husband! No wonder you look so incredibly familiar to us right now. He smiles and confirms he is indeed her husband, but he is low-key confused and asks how they actually recognized him. They admit the whole truth. They honestly thought the marriage was totally fake at first. Because he literally never showed up once, but they quickly add that he looks way more handsome than his photo. He is internally moved. After all the crazy stuff his past self pulled, Niannian still proudly told the whole world they were together. She proudly claimed him as her lover. He sincerely thanks the staff for telling him all of this. Then he drops a massive plot twist on him. He shares a little secret. He was actually the one who chased her. He chased her for 3 straight years in high school before she finally agreed to date him. He says they are deeply in love. The staff are completely losing their minds. So the CEO's love wasn't one-sided after all. He chased her for 3 years. This changes absolutely everything. They are ready to spread this hype news to absolutely everyone. But then, Lin Momo shows up. Security tries to block her, saying nobody enters without permission. She arrogantly shouts that she is Ling Chen's true love. She yells at them for daring to block her, threatening to go complain straight to Ling Chen. She smirks, warning that when Guan Niannian loses her love, they cannot blame her for it. The audacity is wild. Niannian's assistant tells security to let her in. Momo sneers, totally acting like she just won. She mocks the assistant, bragging that Niannian is just a loser to her, so a tiny assistant has no right to block her. The employees gossip. They know Momo is definitely using Ling Chen's name again to mock their poor CEO. They bet she is going to steal another project. One employee remembers a seriously heartbreaking moment from before. Now, you and I need to pay attention here. Momo wanted a prime piece of land that Niannian had already secured. She literally threatened the CEO, saying if she didn't hand it over, she would convince Ling Chen to demand a divorce. The staff member shudders, saying they will never forget the look in Niannian's eyes that exact day. Her cold eyes were full of shattered light. Beneath that calm surface was just total, invisible devastation. Low-key heartbreaking. In the end, she had to compromise. Back to the present, Momo aggressively demands to know what Niannian did to Ling Chen. She claims they were supposed to elope 2 days ago, but now he is completely ignoring her. Niannian stays cool. Did you even ask me before trying to elope with my husband? Momo just laughs, calling her invisible. Momo claims she and Chen are true love, calling Niannian a clingy nuisance who just refuses to let go. She says Niannian is just hoarding the wife title. She drops the classic villain line, the unloved one is the real third wheel. Momo chuckles, noticing Niannian's reaction. Oh, so you aren't actually as perfectly calm as you look.
Here is the deal. Momo heard Niannian just secured an $80 million project a few days ago.
She demands Niannian hand it over to her. In exchange, she promises to put in a good word with Chen. Absolutely shameless. This toxic girl actually tells the wife to enjoy his final words. She is so mad our male lead suddenly went totally cold on her. But this villainess decides to milk the situation for some quick profit. Back in college, she just saw our guy as a random simp suitor. She literally felt nothing for him and allowed zero touching whatsoever. She thought he was a loser until she found out he was married. Married to a literal billionaire heiress, so she started stringing him along. She turned him into an obedient little puppet just to use him. Stealing from the wife? You and I both know she is pure evil. Now she is threatening the CEO wife again to hand over big projects. Or else she will elope with the husband and take him away forever. She is so deeply convinced that he is still obsessed with her. She really tries forcing the poor wife into demanding a divorce.
The heartbroken wife actually gives in and tells her assistant to comply.
The snake smiles, but boom! Our boy steps in and shuts her down. He straight up calls the villainess trash. The staff are literally shook.
Wait, what? In the past?
He used to bend over backwards and obey this girl's every command. Amnesia changed him. He remembers treating his wife like an absolute treasure.
Hearing this villainous disrespect her right now makes him so unbelievably furious.
He realizes his past self probably let things get way worse before.
All right, guys, peak drama here. The side character questions Ling Chen about hurting Niannian.
Our MC tells her to fix her broken brain. He absolutely folded her.
Bro asks if she even deserves his amazing wife.
The villainess is stunned. She claims he liked her first. She actually thinks he is playing hard to get right now. Pure delusion. She wonders if Ling Chen is just faking this whole cold attitude. Is he just pretending to treat Gu Niannian well to steal her money? She thinks he just wants Miss Gu for the benefits. Because historically, Gu Niannian would agree to literally anything for some basic affection.
Ling Chen snaps back, asking what the hell she is.
He says he only ever played hard to get while chasing his actual wife.
He calls her absolute trash who leeches off men. Bro destroyed her ego completely. She screams at them to wait, trying to justify her homewrecker status. Ling Chen admits he was literally crazy before, but now he is cured. He tells her she means nothing. Gu Niannian is his only true love. Gu Niannian defends him, asking why he agreed to such an insane demand earlier. She reminds him how tough he acted back when she was chasing him endlessly. That project he fought so hard to secure was obviously super important. So why give it up for Lin Momo? She is low-key mad right now.
He says the project means nothing compared to her.
He couldn't gamble. She wonders if he really stopped caring about Lin Momo. She was genuinely terrified. Terrified that he would leave. Now the assistant steps in to explain things. Listen up, guys. Here is the plot twist. After Miss Gu took over, the company grew massively. But then, a whole year ago, Lin Momo started using his name to steal huge contracts straight from her hands. And countless smaller deals, too. And the craziest part? He helped her. They teamed up against Miss Gu. Her family grew super angry with her. She had zero choice, just to fix their completely broken relationship. She worked insane hours securing projects to prove to her strict family that Ling Chen wasn't actually betraying them. He asks if her family is strict. This is his first time hearing about the famous Gu family rules. With their strict hierarchy, he worries if they treat her well anymore. The assistant explains the family is super protective. Back in the day, they actually loved him, until RMC completely cut ties with them all. Actually, that is way too polite. He did much worse than that. When they found out how he treated Xiaoyu, they literally demanded that she divorce him on the spot. But Gu Niannian rejected them completely. It was that damn plot armor. He realizes he went from being loved to being public enemy number one. He apologizes for making her life a nightmare, but she smiles softly. She endured it all gladly. He tells her that maybe his feelings matter most to her, but for him, her feelings are everything now. He begs her never to sacrifice herself again. He just wants her to be happy. Her response? Ling Chen is her bottom line. His happiness equals her happiness. You and I know they are finally acting like real partners. He just turns gently to his beautiful wife. He leans in for a kiss. They have done this countless times. But for his new amnesiac mind, this feels exactly like their first kiss. She hasn't kissed him in 4 whole years. Her heart is literally pounding. Low-key, she just wants to lock him up and keep him forever. Later on, he decides to be the best husband and cooks her lunch. Sweet and sour pork ribs plus her absolute favorite dry pot cauliflower. He practically begs her to try it since he got special cooking lessons. He asks how it tastes. She smiles and says it is perfect. So he goes to taste his own masterpiece, but she panics immediately.
He takes one bite and gags. It is insanely salty. Bro accidentally dumped 4 massive spoons of pure salt instead of sugar.
He cannot believe she pretended it tasted good. She is down tremendous. He calls her silly and snatches the extremely salty death food away fast.
He tells her to eat the other dishes because she looks so cute. But here is the funny part. Our boy is completely broke.
He checked his bank cards and barely scraped together $250.
His bank account is mocking him. We have all been there, right?
He didn't cook just to beg for cash. He wants to help an old friend. He met up with him yesterday and genuinely wants to make things right. The CEO wife just smiles. Her massive fortune is completely his. She literally grinds at work just so he can achieve his absolute dreams. She only cut him off before because he was acting like a stranger. Bro just secured an unlimited black card. Honestly, the best plot twist ever. All right, you and I are watching our MC casually test his new black card. His buddy Xiaoyu is hyped, calling Ling Chen the ultimate boss. They used to be broke. Just 2 normal guys sharing rent in the massive city after college. Pretty relatable stuff. Xiaoyu could barely afford a phone yesterday, but today, Ling Chen is paying for absolutely everything. Our MC decides to buy some gifts for his kid. Xiaoyu is totally down to spoil his goddaughter Xiaoyu. He misses the little kid so much. Xiaoyu has this old bunny plushie. Definitely time to buy her a fresh one. Suddenly, Dr. Lai shows up. Did not see him coming. He is the psychiatrist treating 5 kids at the clinic, including little Xiaoyu.
He says he is buying rewards because his 5 young patients are doing great.
So he is getting a gift for Xiaoyu as well? The doctor admits it, but notice how formally he talks to our MC? Yet he acts super close to Xiaoyu. Low-key kind of weird, right? The doctor mentions that old ragged bunny plushie Xiaoyu always carries around. Turns out Ling Chen gave it to her 2 years ago. She brings it to every single therapy session and ignores all the other kids. She just sits quietly in the corner hugging it. Until recently, anyway. Our MC realizes his daughter literally treasures the exact toy he bought her. Even though the old Ling Chen was terrible, she still loved him. Heartbreaking. But the doctor claims Ling Chen is a massive trigger. Like a literal thorn in her heart because of his past mistakes. He says the past trauma messed her up and she is finally just starting to heal from it. The doctor straight up tells Ling Chen to leave so she can recover faster. Our MC argues back. As her father, he belongs with her. Shouldn't a father's presence help the healing process? The doctor agrees. A father matters, but he asks if Ling Chen can actually guarantee he will never change back. What if the old toxic MC comes back? That would be a disaster. The damage would literally double. She might permanently close herself off from the world. Ling Chen knows he desperately loves Niannian and his daughter right now. But what if his memories return and he becomes evil again? A child's fragile heart could absolutely shatter. Losing a good father after finally getting him would be completely fatal to her. The doctor says, if I were you right now, for her sake, I would vanish and completely leave her world behind. That way, her mental recovery would not be messed up at all. Leave his daughter? Leave this entire place? Leave Niannian? Nah, there is absolutely no shot.
Wait, here is where you and I notice something super sketchy happening.
For a licensed psychiatrist treating a little girl's trauma?
He seems way too annoyed that Xiaoyu is finally bonding with her dad. Huge red flag.
The doctor panics. Our MC caught him slipping. He tries to backpedal, claiming it was just professional medical advice. But Ling Chen shuts him down. He is just a therapist. He has zero right to dictate family matters. MC makes it clear. He is never leaving. Doctor almost manipulated him, but our MC is built different. All right, classic evil psychiatrist move here, hitting our main character right at his absolute weakest spot. Luckily, he reacted in time. But bro, this guy Ling Chen is actually built different. All those past chats with Niannian, strictly about little Xiaoyu. The guy even tried digging up dirt on Ling Chen. But Niannian totally aired him. He honestly thought their marriage was a complete sham. Thinking she only had the kid to force him to leave? Now that is wild. Plot twist, Ling Chen is not folding.
Meanwhile, somebody yells, "Look what I bought!" The doctor dips out. He just bumped into Xiaoyu's actual doctor.
What did he buy that will not expire? Bro, it has been 2 whole years. Why even bother saving face now? Honestly, just low-key heartbreaking. Still got that crazy energy. The butler drops that Niannian has a big banquet tonight.
She will be home late. Ling Chen is just like, all good, got her text. And then boom, daddy is home, baby, and he brought a literal gift.
+1 from the Godfather. It is his absolute best bro, Tong Xiaoji.
Remember your godfather? Oh my gosh, Xiaoyu's just too precious here.
Here is a present for the little guy. Do you absolutely love it?
Xiaoji low-key wants to adopt him. The kid is just staring, waiting for his gift.
It is the exact same bunny plushie the baby had.
Like it?
But get this, he was told that he and the bunny are massive trauma triggers.
He knows they are both thorns in the kid's heart, so swapping the old plushie
Might actually be exactly what Xiaoyu needs to finally heal.
All right, you and I see him call the cops. She thinks it's just her imagination.
Little Xiaoyu literally adores him, yet she still obediently lets go of his hand.
She thinks they are just thorns in his heart. But nah, that is totally wrong. This bunny is the only tiny bit of Dad's warmth she could hold on to lately.
She refuses to trade. She wants to keep the old toy forever.
And the new one, too. They are both hers now. Too cute.
Honestly, how could our MC be so cruel to them in the past?
Our guy admits that Dr. Ni Chengze low-key makes a fair point, but the doctor doesn't realize that even without his memories returning,
His core love is built different and has never changed at all. He only loves his wife, Wu Niannian.
and he absolutely cherishes little Xiaoyu. No amount of amnesia plot armor can ever change that solid fact. He finally comes home asking if they are tired. But wait, why does the baby have 2 bunnies now?
She proudly says Dad bought it. Niannian steps right up.
She brings up what Ni Chengze told her today. Our MC immediately asks what he said.
The shady doctor told her to leave, claiming our guy would just hurt Xiaoyu all over again. But he looks right at her. He definitely isn't leaving. Never, ever.
Chen admits it is not that she doesn't trust him. She is just terrified, and our boy totally gets it because his fears are identical.
He is so incredibly scared of reverting to that absolute jerk and making them suffer even a little again.
But he swears he will firmly hold on to his current self, even if his lost memories return.
He promises absolutely no more suffering. He swears it to Ah-Chen right then and there. She literally waited 4 whole years for these exact words from Mr. Ling Chen.
Next scene, they pull up to the clinic. Our guy is here to set the facts straight. He declares Xiaoyu is his daughter and Niannian is his literal wife. Boss energy.
He tells the therapist he is never leaving them and reminds him of his actual job. Dr. Ning should be helping Xiaoyu heal, not trying to wreck their precious father-daughter dynamic.
And he definitely shouldn't use the kid to hide his own completely shady, hidden motives.
The doctor plays dumb, pretending he has absolutely no idea what Ling Chen means. But our MC folds him. He calls out the doctor's obvious crush on Niannian.
The look in his eyes easily gave it away. He just hates seeing our guy treat her right.
He is super jealous of his bond with Xiaoyu, so he tried to boot him out, right?
The doctor claims it is for Xiaoyu, saying our guy cannot guarantee he won't ever change again.
Our MC fires back that it's none of his business. The doctor definitely doesn't make his choices.
He has zero right to meddle in his family, so starting right now, they are dropping him. Xiaoyu is getting a brand new therapist immediately.
He coldly thanks him for the past 2 years and tells Assistant Yang to settle the final bill.
We are done here forever. Let's go, baby.
He promises to find a much nicer doctor next time. Chen is so glad he is here.
He promises to always stay. Now, stick with me after completely dealing with Ni Chengze.
Our guy kept investigating the actual reason his whole personality flipped during these past few years.
He finally found the truth. It wasn't some curse. Ain't no way it was a split personality either. Lee Momo and Su Siming set him up.
Those absolute villains completely spiked his drink at a college party with a drug that severely messes with your emotions long term.
It makes you extremely paranoid, incredibly angry, and completely destroys your judgment.
Add in their constant toxic manipulation, and that is exactly how our guy lost his mind step by step back then. That totally explains his past coldness to Niannian and Xiaoyu. And bro, that car crash? Absolutely not a random accident.
All right, you and I are watching the ultimate payback. Momo actually tampered with his car.
She tried faking an accident to frame Niannian. That is absolute villain behavior.
She seriously thinks our MC is here for love, claims she always knew he cared.
But our guy just coldly calls out her and Su Ximing's dirty crimes.
She panics and tells him to stop making up these wild accusations against them.
Then boom, he drops the brake tampering footage and the audio of her threatening Niannian. The author cooked.
He has all the receipts right here. Let us see who the judge believes now. She is completely shocked that he uncovered her massive web of twisted lies.
He tells her the truth always comes out. She used him to hurt his family.
Time to settle the score. He pulls out his phone and dials the cops immediately.
She begs and cries, swearing she truly loves him.
Ain't no way, right?
Her love was nothing but pure toxic manipulation. Our guy is completely done with her.
Both villains get officially locked up for their crimes. So incredibly satisfying to watch.
Later on, Niannian calls asking him to come home early to see their kid. He promises to be right there. They play a cute little hopping rabbit game together.
Our main character finally found his real home. All right, time for bed, baby.
Time to go to sleep. Then she says,
Dad? Wait a second. You know how to say Dad.
After 4 whole years, the kid finally speaks. That one single word. That is low-key the most beautiful sound in the entire world.
She laughs out loud and immediately asks Dad for a huge hug.
Niannian asks if his lost memories are coming back. He says it does not matter.
Why? Because even without his past memories, he knows he is madly in love with her.
He loves their little family so much.
As for the past mistakes,
he plans to spend his entire life making up for all of it. He will stay right by their side forever, never letting go again. The man lost 6 years and missed out on 4 years of them being together.
He made his loved ones suffer so much, but from this day forward,
He is never going to miss a single second. An absolute happy ending.